What's up, everybody? It is your sis and your friend Crystal Whitaker right here on the Morning Jam podcast, where we talk about any and everything. Personal, old snaps and claps. It's a dang good day to talk about a few things. So let's get into it.
All right. What's up, everybody? It is your sis and your friend Crystal Whitaker right here on the Morning Jam podcast. This podcast is going to be up-chain, going to be so much fun. Listen here is how much do you know or you think you know about your sibling, your sister? Let's get into it.
Oh, you want to give some kind of what's happening?
Did you not hear me say so?
Oh.
So G-Wade is going to be our, what do you call it?
Media
Alex Trebek.
moderator.
Alex Trebek.
So we don't get into, arguing or fighting, disagreements. He's going to keep it on the calm level. So, people know what we're talking about instead of like busting back and forth with each other.
That ain't even gonna happen.
It's gonna be so much fun though.
It is.
How much do you know me, Grace?
I know you like the front of my hand.
Okay, so let's get started.
All right, so I'm going to ask the questions, and I'll each of you will have. I don't have a clock, but each of you
God, he's making it so difficult.
Well, because otherwise you will be able to go on and on and on. So if we can avoid
I promise you, these gonna be simple and short.
the rambling,
he can add for a question if you want to in place of the one that I have written down.
Most stiff.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to see if I got a countdown. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So
Don't be scared and don't make me cry, Grace.
I'm not gonna make anybody cry.
Man up. Each
That's it.
Each person will have a minute to answer.
A minute.
That's a long
That's
time.
too long. We can shorten it.
Yeah. 30
No,
seconds.
just leave it at a minute. No, leave it at a
I
minute.
think 30
That's okay.
seconds is too quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I'll run through the list of questions. I'll give each of you an opportunity to answer. When you hear the bang, you gotta stop. But if you stop before that's cool too.
All right. Grace, be honest. Don't be lying.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. We're good.
All right.
You
So
can start with Grace.
who is the youngest among
Of
you?
us two?
So I'll start. Well, that's a kind of, I shouldn't have asked that question because once you answer it, there's no reason for no one else to answer. So who's the youngest? Raise your hand. All right, so Grace is the youngest here. All right, let's move on. So since you raised your hand, Grace, the question will start with you. What do you like about your sister, Crystal, and Go?
She's the most loving person in the world, and she's such a lover, and she's supportive.
Okay. Crystal, what do you like about your sister, Grace?
This is easy. I've always loved this ever since she was a little girl because she's been this way since she was a little girl. Grace is very bold. She doesn't take no for an answer. She's a go-getter.
Okay, good answer.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Well, since you answered last, I'll start with you, Crystal. What do you hate about your sister, Grace? You screamed out, be honest, so you have to be honest.
Yes,
Of course,
be
I'll
honest.
be honest. What I hate about Grace, that's kind of a
And you can't say nothing because that's too easy of an answer.
Oh, I'm not gonna say not anything, but I would say I don't know what to say.
Well, you got it there, so you know it's right there.
Say it.
I really don't know what to say. Okay, let me think real quick.
Once you can't go back and get this answer once you
Okay, G-Wade.
you got 5 seconds. 4, 3.
I don't
2.
like that you speak your mind all the time.
That's an honest answer. I don't like that about
Yeah, I hear
myself too. So, yeah.
All right. All right, Grace, what do you hate about your sister, Crystal?
I hate that she lets people take advantage of her love. And I don't like that. And even though it's so easily given, and I always ask her, what has this person done to deserve the best of you? And if they haven't done anything to prove that and that they need that, do not give it so freely.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Good answer. Good answer. All right, Grace. What do you and your sister Crystal have in common?
Oh my God. Okay, I'm glad I got a minute. We love all the same movies. We like a lot of the same foods. We like a lot of the same drinks, including wines. We
Claim
we
she
like
don't drink like that, but go on.
we like some of the same style and clothing. We like a
Oh.
lot of the same stores. We like a lot of the same. We have a lot of the same ideas, but they're not projected in the same way. But we're like, oh my God, Chris, I was just thinking that. I'm like, oh, me too, Crystal. And then, oh, and I can say our love is the same for each other. We'll do anything for each other, and we will say the hard things to each other.
Okay. You did that with 10 seconds to spare. All right, Crystal, your turn. What do you and Grace have in common? Now, what I'm going to do is ask you, excuse me, to be specific. So if you say food, you got to name the food. If you say drink, you got to name the drink. Otherwise, it's just the same answer. Okay?
Yeah, got you. What we have in common, that was the question.
Yes.
I think me and Grace love to travel. We love to meet new people. Because we're super freaking nice, and people actually, we have in common too that why am I keep jumping? Am I lying? No. What else? We do like the same clothes, like shopping at TJ Maxx. We love TJ Maxx.
Yes.
TJ Maxx is one of our favorite stores to shop in. And what we have in common, we're both
That's
beautiful.
it.
We're both beautiful.
Church.
Okay, you done? That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
She said a lot, but I was being short.
All right, Crystal, what annoys you the most about your sister?
Ooh, and when I sit by Grace, she do this all the time, and it irritates the crap out of me. She shakes her leg.
Yeah, I'm shaking it right now.
Like all the time. And I'm like, will you quit shaking your leg? It just irritates the crap out of me. And I always make it look like she's got some type of issue going on. But y'all, she's not crazy. She's got some common sense. And irritate, right?
No, annoys, but go on.
Oh, annoys.
20 seconds.
I don't like that she don't believe in herself.
Oh, what annoys you, not what you don't like.
That annoys me.
Okay.
That she does not believe in herself. That's it.
Okay. Grace, same question. What annoys you about Crystal?
She taps me on my shoulder. It is the most annoying thing. And I'm sitting there listening to her. She'd be like,
I do it on purpose because I know you don't like it.
And I'm just like, quit tapping me. I'm right here. I can hear you. Well, I just want to make sure. Are you listening? I'm like, Crystal, don't tap me on my shoulder.
Not like this.
It's like a hard tap. Like you hear it. I'm just like, don't do that ever again. And I think that's pretty well.
Don't lie.
I wish that she would man up. It annoys me that she does not man up.
And what does man up mean?
Stand up for herself, not rely on the ideas and the opinions of others. It annoys the fire out of me. I'm like, so what? Move on. Who cares? They're not. Okay.
You hear the bell? All right, cool. Uh, Grace, what is your funniest memory together?
She's gonna steal it.
Tracy and Aaron was shooting at.
Well, you're
I
not
had Diddy.
competing. So it can be the same. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, you cut into my minute, so I get a few minutes.
She said that
or
she's
seconds.
going to steal it. Like you can say the same thing.
Start the clock over right now.
No,
Start
you
it
good.
over.
You good.
Go
Okay.
ahead, Grace.
So Tracy and Aaron, which is our childhood friends, were shooting at Diddy, which is a Dotson, and I had Samantha, the sister, and we were walking down the hill, and we said, "Don't be shooting at our dog." And Aaron was like, "I'm not shooting at your dog." And then before we know it, me and Crystal was fighting against one another. We was like, "He is shooting at your dog. Don't be defending him." Me and Crystal, it just turned. And by the time I said, "Crystal, go home. Just go home." And she was like, "You go home." And I was like,
no,
Crystal.
It was more like, "Shut up, Crystal." And I was like, "You shut up, Grace." Like,
and that's like, "Go home."
Shut up.
Yeah, so it turned all the way around. It was so hilarious. I love that memory.
That was terrible.
So it's one of those, I know you are, but what am I?
Right. Most definitely.
Right. All right, Crystal, you got the same question. What is the most funniest memory together?
It was actually in Destin, Florida. We was actually going to get our first drink together, liquor drink, and we had already planned it before we left Arkansas that me and Grace was going to sneak out and just have our first drink together. So people were doing their thing. You know how people don't pay attention to you and family all together. So me and Grace had our driver's license snuck it in our pocket and was sneaking out, and the boss saw us. So she came, which is my mom. She was like, "Where y'all going? I know y'all going somewhere." And we was like, "No, Mom, we're not going anywhere." But we definitely planned to go get our first drink together. And Mom went with us. And I was like, you don't have to go with us, Mom. You can go back. But Mom ended up tripping over the sidewalk and landing on her bottoms. And it was a memorable moment because Mom was there with us taking our first drink. It was cool. Grace picked the best. I didn't know anything about it. Mine was nasty.
All right. Describe your sister in 3 words, Crystal.
Ooh. Bold. Sometimes too much bold, but I would say bold, funny, and attractive.
What'd she say?
Thank you. Attractive.
Bold. What did I say? Bold.
Funny.
Yeah. Bold
and attractive.
Funny, and attractive is. Mama, don't get me.
If you watching this, Mama, please.
You 40.
That don't make sense.
Shoot.
Not in my home.
You better say it.
All right, Grace, describe Crystal in 3 words.
She is beautiful, number one. Gorgeous, just a gorgeous person. She is smart, even though sometimes she thinks that she is not. She's smart, and she is sexy.
Thanks.
Yes.
I ran out of words.
Okay. This one right here is kind of, so we will go to where.
You can ask a question that's on your mind that maybe is better than the one.
Well, if something sparks something, then I'll ask it.
Okay.
All right. All right. Grace, what is Crystal's favorite game to play?
Ghetto Uno.
Yeah, okay. And what is ghetto?
That is so wrong.
Is it wrong?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's your favorite game? Oh, Mario Kart. Lord God.
Who?
Mario Kart.
What is that?
Mario. It's Nintendo. It's on the Nintendo.
Gotcha.
It's Mario Kart. But I thought, that was the first thing popped in my mind. But Mario Kart and then Ghetto Uno. Because her, Curvin, and Janelle, all them.
Wrong.
Mario Kart is not it?
Mario Kart, golf,
Oh yeah, then the golf on Mario Golf. Oh my God.
Yeah, you so.
I'm not a gamer. I am not a gamer.
He was, but different things.
All right. Same question, Crystal. What is her
no.
favorite game to play?
Grace like to play phase 10 and basketball.
Boop, boop, boop,
Phase
boop,
10 in
boop.
basketball. And I guess now the guitar.
Yeah. Yeah, that's on the
game.
but
True.
what I like to play. I like to play the guitar though.
It ain't a game.
It falls on the top 5 though. It's like
Yeah. I already
Yeah.
know you. You don't know me.
phase 10, basketball, guitar.
All right, then, Crystal, what is Grace's favorite food or drink?
Sushi and wine.
Who?
Sushi and red wine.
Sushi and red wine. Does that sound about right, Grace? Same question. What is Crystal's favorite food? I think I know, but
You better get it right.
and drink.
Oh, do I not know? Do I not? Spaghetti? I don't know. I'm zonked on that one. And your favorite drink is fruit punch?
What the crap? Are you serious, Grace?
You eat so much stuff. You eat a variety of things. You just don't have a set thing.
Come on, peek now. Jeez. You don't even freaking know your sister.
I do know you. I know you eat a variety of things. You
My
like a
favorite
variety.
food is shrimp, and my favorite drink is fruit punch and Sprite mixed together. Have a half.
See?
Thank you.
I ain't that dumb. I knew fruit punch was in the mix.
I would have thought pizza for some.
Oh, I love pizza. I can eat pizza every single
shrimp.
day.
I can eat shrimp every day.
But pizza don't like me because it shows up in different areas.
Right. Who reads more, Crystal? You or Grace?
Grace. Most
definitely.
definitely Grace does.
What is one thing that you guys love to do together?
Shop and talk about our other siblings, which is our sisters mainly.
That's it.
That sounds about right. All right, this is one that could be potentially controversial, potentially. Who is the most talented?
See, I would say in different arenas, I'm more talented than Grace, which is like really podcasting, interview stuff. That's more on my thing. Grace is more like a singing, which I'm good at that too, but I think.
But Crystal is more into like the social life.
Yeah.
She's a social butterfly.
Mhm.
I have a circle. And that in my mind, that's all I need is my circle. And I don't, anyone outside the circle, you're going to see me sitting up against the wall like this while Crystal everywhere. And I'm just going to be like
for real, she stands off. She's more standoffish. It's ridiculous.
But people think I'm mean because of that. And I'm not a mean person. I'm just not a social.
I don't like that about you either, because you can open up a little bit more, Grace. Just don't be a stranger.
But then, you know what, when I get home, I'll be like, why does everybody like Crystal? And I'll be like, because you really didn't mix and mingle, Grace. In my mind, I'd be having that battle sometimes. Like, why everybody want to
talk to Crystal? More friends than I do. Like, really?
No, I don't. Because a lot of my
you have people to hang out with. Like, for real.
Okay, look. A lot of my friends are like me. I can't handle me all the time. I need a mixture.
Then you should.
But then
a lot of people.
But then, okay, so Crystal, when I'm around like people like you, I can only handle only one of you. But then when I'm around people that's like all this sociable stuff, I'll be like, why are you in my bubble?
From what you just described, I was a sweet, loving person, and now I'm only tolerable. Like, for real?
No, you know how you can only have one friend that has this one trait and one personality? That's it. You're that one friend that has those traits, those personalities. But then a lot of like Dr. Brown, April, we're Virgos. You know what I mean?
You like, and that's it.
Well, you're a Virgo
if
too.
they're not good enough
for
your circle, they ain't coming in.
Yes, that's it. I'm sorry. That's just it. And I have to sit back and evaluate a person. You know how you be going on, just be talking, and I'll be sitting like, I want to hear what you're saying. I want to see what
Because you
your motive
always
is.
want to pick out the bad stuff in people. I kind of
No.
like overlooking, and I see it too. But I want to bring out that
See,
good
and
in
that's
the
a problem.
person.
You should not look at those are things you should not overlook.
I'm not.
You
I didn't
should
say I
pay
overlook
attention
them.
to
I said
those.
I see them, but I want to bring out the good out of people too. You don't want to just always see the bad in people.
I can't
That's
take on
like saying,
projects.
God, please don't look at my bad. Just look at my good.
I can't handle projects. I need you to have your stuff together. I need you to, because I can't build you. Because if you already
Listen,
like
I didn't
that,
say that I
there's
was
nothing
like
I
bringing
can
them
do.
in to do, whatever.
I know the traits that I look for in people, and I and their energy have to be positive. There can't be anything. I mean, I'm not saying they have to
That's
be
me too.
perfect. I'm not saying they have to be perfect. I'm saying that I'm just ticky with who I allow. But you can accept all brands, all genres, all, and I accept that too. But there's certain things that requires you to be a part of the circle. And if you don't have those traits, I'm
I
sorry.
definitely agree with that.
Shut
but I'm
down.
not going to like ignore somebody or not.
No, never. I would never ignore anybody because I would never ignore anybody, Crystal. I just, I will give you so
I
much.
beg to differ.
I give you so much of me. And then after that, I'm sorry. That's all I can give. And I hope I'm not saying, okay, world, I am not a mean person.
Nice. Now, I do agree that it can be bad at some point, that me being really
It is.
But whatever.
I understand that because I've recognized the negativity of that, having that trait. I try so hard to be so like you, open and like, hey girl,
I'm gonna be me.
And see, I think both views obviously have their positives, but I can also see where the negative side of it is, where if you are always not, well, I guess always like, I don't know. The person or people never really get a chance.
And that's great because when we walk into a room, we're going to automatically say, no, I already see that person's spirit. You haven't even met that person.
I don't know. Sometimes it's a vibe. And then the other side of it is you could just be too nice.
I can't stand you.
Where you can be taken advantage of. Like everybody, just because they smiling, that don't mean they cool. You know what I'm saying?
You have to give me time to get to know you. I'm not going to give you all of me just by hello.
I don't give people all of me just because they said hello, but I'm not going to be like disrespectful like you do.
Yeah, I think the thing is probably if you are, I guess
you call me disrespectful.
The social butterfly and the cool with everybody, but then you take everybody with you. Like just because they were cool for the moment, they were cool for the moment.
That's true. I definitely take people with me.
Now all of a sudden they become your best buds in your mind.
Yes. That's
but
true.
They don't think the same way about you.
They don't feel
you
that.
Understand what I'm saying? And that's the deal. And that's the deal. And that's where my perspective comes from. I can't go off of a feeling of mine. I have to get to know you and know which direction we're going. Now, if you're going toward my professional direction, okay, let's go. If you're going toward this direction of Grace, being a part of Grace's everyday life, my friend, whatever, that road is very blocked. It's very guarded. It's narrow. It's about that. I'm gonna say about that big. Only a certain few people. You have to have a standard about yourself. Number one, you can't be out there and doing everything. I want to know what your life is like. Because if you try
to tell KJ too, because KJ's like me too, because he thinks everybody's super nice and everybody his friend. And I totally agree with y'all saying that is a bad trait. I agree with that. And it has taken me a very long time to get to that point. And I'm being serious here now. Not that I haven't been serious, but it has taken me a long time to say, okay, everybody's not my friend. And it
But I'm
makes
not
me feel like
disrespectful.
I'm the one that's reaching out
I
to
don't, I,
somebody.
I don't think it's a disrespectful thing. Everybody's just not your friend. It's just the bottom line. It don't matter
I
who.
want a lot of friends. No, just kidding.
I don't need a lot of friends.
Nope.
I just need my one or two ride or dies.
And
You know
I
what I
don't,
mean?
and I don't, I use the word just kind of flippantly, but that don't mean that when I say it, that everybody is my friend. I just say, oh yeah, I know them, or that's a friend of mine, because I know them, but that don't mean I know them and we kick it and we hang and we,
Mhm.
that sort of thing. It's just, we cool and friends from this type of relationship, not this type of relationship.
Yeah, there's a professional relationship and there's your friend relationship. There's business relationships and there's your friend relationship.
And
And
then social.
yeah, yeah.
You just know. I
You got to
know
put them in
them.
categories.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody don't
That was
lump
the thing.
aside.
I wasn't doing that. I had everybody in one big.
You just lump everybody as that's my
Mm,
friend. Like everybody can't be your friend.
no,
Yes, I
because
can.
everybody ain't trying to go where you're trying to go, and you can't take
I
everybody
know,
on your
guys.
journey.
Yes.
Okay.
So with that being said, then Grace, what is Crystal really bad at? Discernment,
I would
How
say
you
don't
doing the
answer.
answer?
friendship, discernment. Well, because we just talked about it, or y'all were just talking about it.
I feel that Crystal is really bad at, she's always taking things personally.
Facts.
I am not, or it's always like I'm coming at you. I'm not coming at you. If I'm your friend, we have to
feel like
have
I'm
these
being
hard
attacked.
relationships. We have to have these hard conversations, or you're going to run into the same situation again, or you're going to say, dang it, Grace told me this was going to happen if I didn't pay attention, if I didn't pay attention to the signs. That's what just, stop talking to me like I'm a kid. I'm not a kid. I'm grown. I know you grown, Crystal. We're just having these conversations, as two adults to, help each other. And then she'll
I'm
come
gonna throw my
home.
hair on this.
You know what
Right.
so-and-so told me? And I
Uh-uh.
was like, Crystal, didn't I tell you that like 2 weeks ago? So why are you saying, you just have that confused moment, like, were you in the same conversation that I was in?
Is she I got to touch the stove to see that it's hot?
I wouldn't say that. I would just say that she's very defensive over certain people. Like if I bring up Mariah Carey and Mariah Carey's close to her, wait a minute. Don't, and there's some things that you might not see about Mariah because your relationship with Mariah, you decide to overlook those negative things and attach to the good things about Mariah. Oh, she can hit that high note. No, she can't. It doesn't sound right. She can't hit the high note. Crystal, even though she's sitting the high note, she cracks on the way up. So she has to practice. Don't you talk about Mariah. I know Mariah. Don't Grace, back up. And then before we know it, me and Crystal fighting. We ain't talking to each other for like 3 days, a week. And then Chris be like, let's go to TJ Maxx.
Long.
Let's go to TJ Maxx.
Crystal, same question.
What do
is
I
she
not
bad
like?
at?
Huh?
What is she
What was the
bad?
question?
What is Grace bad at?
Not supporting me.
Oh, you feel that way?
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize. I'm kidding. Well, I feel like Grace more get off into, especially like now that I say, okay, I'm moving to Atlanta. So she distanced herself from me and stop calling, stop trying to, and then it's when she feels like it. So it's more like, okay, I'll just do it when I feel like it.
I think that maybe that was taken the wrong way. That was your perception of it. When you
Mm-mm.
when you called me, what did I say?
I have no idea. I don't
Okay,
remember.
so she didn't listen. Okay, so let me tell you what I said. I said, Crystal, I have to learn to do things on my own because I have no one else. I have no one else. I was like, so I have to learn to depend solely on Grace and not. Okay, so I said, so Crystal, don't take that in a wrong way.
Grace, if you are moving away and definitely out of state, I will definitely come and spend more time with you. Not like distant myself.
It's not like you're moving where I can't fly to you. I mean,
okay, so why
I feel
distant?
Because I was hurt, number one, that you were moving away.
If you're hurt, that means you get closer to that person.
No, you can't tell me how to react to my emotions. Okay, that's just you. So at that point, I had to learn, I had to really cycle through some things. I was like, oh my God, my best friend is moving away. And then I started feeling some type of way towards the other person. And I was like, well, Grace, you're really not being fair. So I had to cycle all of these things through my head and come to a conclusion what was best for me.
Even in that, Grace, it's like as some things you don't support.
Okay, so from this point on, I promise I will be a better support system because I want to fix what's broken. Because the cycle, you know what I mean? So I'm glad that you're telling me this because at first I thought I was being pretty good. So maybe my good is probably not good enough for you.
It's not.
So, okay. So I can accept that. That's not hard to swallow at all. So just be better. I have to be better.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. I'm looking down because you're at the lower part of my screen. I don't know where you are, where I am. Okay, so we're looking at each other. Okay, okay. I love you too, most definitely.
Okay, on a lighter note, who I think is a lighter note, who is the better cook?
Most definitely me.
How do you say that?
Do you ever cook?
You know how to make a good ham and cheese sandwich? With the butter melted all good on both sides, and you know how to make a grilled cheese sandwich. Is that it? No, ma'am.
Okay.
Who's making that? Who's boasting about that? You, Crystal, or no?
No, I'm just saying that Grace can make a really good grilled cheese and a really good ham and cheese sandwich. She cooks really good, and her mashed potatoes that she makes from scratch is really the bomb. But I think I got you. I'm sorry.
She said, I
to each his own. You just, I mean, feel the ways you feel. Hey.
You said me mighty quick.
Because it is me. I'm not going to argue the point.
Okay. I think we need to have a standoff.
Oh, yes, we do. We need to have a cook-off. And have the same menu. And we cook all the same things.
Gotta be exactly menu.
Yeah, and then just have someone to taste it. And they can't know who.
I'm your huckleberry.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. So we'll schedule this cook-off. Either I come to, if you're in Atlanta before then, I'll come to Atlanta and we'll do.
Who takes longer to get ready in the morning?
Ooh, Crystal.
Grace. What? I can't believe you sit here lying. Grace, you know it's you.
I don't even wear makeup.
Yes, you do.
Crystal, okay, do I have makeup on now?
I don't know.
I do not. I hardly ever wear makeup.
You still take Grace. When we were traveling as the group, you took the longest.
I was forced to wear makeup.
It has nothing to do with it. But anyways, Grace takes
it takes me longer to do makeup because I don't hardly ever do makeup. So you just can't judge me when we're out on the road.
Well, you can't judge if I just make it.
Crystal, it takes you longer to get ready.
Whatever.
Gee, nothing.
It's that point blank period.
It takes her longer. It just takes her longer. And then she comes out with these bags. She comes out with all these bags. I'm just like, what the heck is going on? We went to London. It took us forever just to get through the line because I told her before we left the house, Crystal, you do not need all these bags. You are going to get us stopped at checkpoints. No, I said, you're going to get us stopped at every checkpoint. Crystal, did we get stopped at every checkpoint, going and coming because of you? They had to re-ziplock bag every makeup item. And she's like, that's my. I'm like, I told you before we left the house, get the bare minimum, take it overseas, and let's go. But here we are.
Listen, it was
trying
my
to
first
take all
time
this stuff on
flying.
the plane.
This was my first time flying. I really didn't know what can and could not go.
Okay,
so.
wait a minute. You did know, because I told you before we left. I said, Crystal, these bags are getting on my nerves. I said, you have got to learn to travel with bare minimum where you can do your face how
I've
you
done
want it
better.
done.
I've done better. Thank you. Next question.
All right. Crystal, this is not on the list. If you can change anything about Grace, what would it? If there was one thing, you can say two, but we're gonna say one thing that you could change about Grace, what would it be?
Absolutely nothing.
Is that your final answer?
I don't know. Let me think.
I knew she was going to reevaluate.
Maybe her. I think it because Grace she does it a lot. She opens her mouth before she before she thinks about what's coming out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely change. Like, come on, think about it, Grace. Think before you open your mouth.
I do, but then in my mind I'd be battling like, should you say that? Grace, did you really say that? I was like,
and then
why not?
When she say that, she be like, oh, it was up, it crawled on my neck and got into my ear. But like, you lying.
I call a little thing Donnie. He crawls up my neck.
Donnie.
And then the eyebrow go up like that right there. And I'm like, I'm just gonna tell you something real quick.
She want it like, I'm sorry, dead serious. Like, Grace can be so freaking rude sometimes because the stuff that comes out of her mouth.
I don't get it. How is it rude?
You're describing her. I said, what would you change though?
I just told from being rude, watch what she say coming out of her mouth. Two things right there.
What?
Listen, Grace is not bad. I love her to death.
That is left field.
Two things that need to work. Grace, you better not be rude now.
No, I think this is hilarious because she thinks that when I speak my mind, I'm being rude. It's just I'm speaking what someone needs to be heard, what needs to be heard. And because she would not say it. Crystal
my mom
would not say
if
it.
you don't have anything nice to say, shut your mouth. Don't say it at all.
It's not that I'm being mean.
Sometimes something probably could necessarily need to be said, you know.
Just because, okay, so Crystal will never say it. But when I say it and it projects, she can't tell me 9 times out of it because me and her are.
That was it.
See what I'm saying? Crystal, 9 times out of, wait a minute. 9 times out of 10, me and Crystal are thinking the same thing. It's just my facial expression. See how she's smiling? Mine would be like this. You are so full of crap. No, and Crystal would be like, oh God. Oh God. Grace, come on. You know what I mean? And she's so not, I mean, she's so good at just like having a poker face. Crystal's so good at her poker face. She'll be like, and that person's still sitting there feeding us this crap. And I'm just like, hello,
okay,
you sitting there smiling?
Your turn to answer.
Okay. But I'm trying to explain to these people what you consider as rude. I don't think I'm being rude. I just think that I'm not. Okay, but I can accept that from you.
All right, Grace, same question. What would you change about Crystal?
Not a dang thing.
I would most definitely change what we just talked about.
What's that?
Meaning?
You to say, you're not feeding me this bull. You are crazy. And I wish that she would be more assertive in that area. That's one thing I would say, assertiveness. right? Yes, assertiveness. For her to have, be more assertive and say what you mean what you say.
Yeah. You agree, disagree, resonates? No, Crystal?
I agree a little bit. I can deal with, I can take that. Sure.
If
Don't roll your eyes at me.
huh?
I was talking to Grace, you rolling her eyes at me. Don't roll your eyes at me.
What is the I'm kind of coming off the top now. What is the longest amount of time that y'all have gone without speaking to each other?
It hasn't been very long.
Maybe a
we've
day, a week.
What did you say, Grace?
It hasn't been very, no, not very long.
It has not been a week. It's
because
never
we
long.
can be mad one day and then the next day we feel a little lonely, and then we'll be like, who else can I call? I might call Beretta. Ugh, no, I'm not calling Beretta. I might call Keita. Crystal, let's just go to TJ Maxx.
No.
Yeah.
No, probably a day.
I'll say a day.
The longest is a day.
Okay. Crystal, what is it that Grace does that you wish you could do?
No, that's a good question. Actually, it's not. I mean, it is a good question. I said that wrong. My bad. Grace can tear down a house when she sings. I wish I had that. It's more like, I keep saying bold, but it's not that. It's I don't know how to describe that, but Grace is very confident in what she does, and she knows how to start something without in midpoint or not even before midpoint and stop like I do. I can start something and get nervous or scared about it and I stop, but Grace don't. What she wants, she chases after, and I wish that I had.
Okay. Same question, Grace.
If I could take something from Crystal, I think I wish I was a more laid back, mixed mingle type of person. Crystal is so that. So, and I've sat back for years and watched, like, how in the world can you mix and mingle with all type of people and from all type of genres, not really caring about what their ideas are, what their opinions are, what their lifestyles are, I wish I could do that, and be more of a open mind. I am open-minded and I'm not close to anything. But Crystal has a freedom about herself that a lot of people don't have. And it's a freedom to love, a freedom to motivate, inspire, and uplift everything in a woman. And I feel like I have those traits, but they're not as strong as hers. So if anything, I would love to be more free-spirited. And I would love to, you said we can say two, right? Also, I would love to have the patience for makeup. I do not have it.
Definitely takes patience for makeup, sure.
The most you're gonna get out of me of makeup is mascara, bronzer, and some lipstick. That's it. And that's exactly what I have on now.
Okay, last question. If you could be anything in the world, and that's meaning as in terms of like profession, life type of thing, what would it be? Whoever wants to go first.
For me, I would definitely love to, one, because I have a few things, be a makeup artist, which I am. I just want it to be bigger than what it is. Um, Definitely into fashion and modeling and stuff like that, and maybe step my toes in just a little bit of acting. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Because that's like, I think that's what really kept me when I was younger. I put all of my energy and focus into my makeup and stuff. And I think that's what really got me. A lot of people listen to music. A lot of people take a walk. It was me. I was putting makeup on my face. That was me. Grace.
Grace.
I would like to be a professional singer. I would like to own my own winery. I would like to travel, be a professional traveler, and last but not least, a Victoria's Secrets model.
Are you for real? You was lying.
No, I love that brand.
Oh, yeah,
I love that brand. That is like, if I could be skinny and tall with long legs, I would definitely be in New York every day knocking at that door and be like, just give me a chance. Give me a chance.
Okay, that was the last question, but I got one more. I think that's kind of it, but this I think may be slightly different. Any regrets looking back and saying, dang, that regrettable moment? Grace, you go first.
I regret not spending time, because right now time is of essence, because I won't see her every day. I won't be able to touch her every day. So time. Spending that time.
You really need to stop crying. You can make me cry. For
Come on now, let her speak her piece now.
That's it. That's my biggest regret. And well, not one of my biggest, but another regret is that a time in Crystal's life, I wish she would have talked, spoke with me. Because I feel like as a friend, her best friend for all of our lives, that's what we did as best friends. And how could I have not seen pain, or how could I have not seen that she was going through? And it haunts me to this day. And I tell her all the time, Crystal, you could have told me, you could have, but even at that, those are the regrets that I didn't spend more time.
Crystal.
That's cool, Grace. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think for me, any regrets, I feel like Grace and I could have been we had so many ideas growing up as little girls.
You remember Lace?
Yes, that's all I was going, the lace. The lace knighting, sexy thing. It was gonna call what, Curlace?
Curlace. That's Curlace.
It. Like Crystal and Grace together.
Yeah.
It was like,
and what was the two materials? What was the two materials?
Lace and something else. I don't remember.
Lace. Every piece of clothing had a piece of lace and a piece of because I like lace. And remember, what did you like? Oh my God, we should have wrote that down, Crystal, because it's never too late.
I know. I know. So, but yeah, that I hate that we just didn't start that off, because I look back now and see Angela and what's her name? Angela, the two Simmons girls, how they sisters started off there.
Vanessa.
Yes, Vanessa. And I think that we could have been like really big like that, because we had major ideas for that. So that was one of my regrets. And another one is not telling myself that I could be better. To stand out in front of my siblings and not only just pushing them out in the front and me standing in the background. That's one of my I would say that's one of my first big regrets, even before Calais. Me just pushing my siblings ahead of me and not standing beside them, always in the background.
Okay.
But Crystal, you were so important. I wouldn't consider, because when they saw the anointed ones, they just didn't see,
No, I didn't say I
the
was
leaders,
important. I was just saying that
you were pushing
guys.
us, and most
Yes,
definitely, and most respect for that. But I never saw
it was
it
more
as,
like I was kind of like holding my gift back.
Okay.
Instead of using it. Because because it took me, how long to even step out and be a leader to a song? It took me forever.
But Crystal, understand that, I stepped back a lot too. You know that. I was like, I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna fight over nothing. Let her, do it. And so I would step back. And at that point, I felt like, well, dang, Grace, you're really holding back some great stuff, and but
it was just for me though, but I just felt like I was just pushing them to, them to greatness, instead of like, okay, I can walk with them side by side and be just as great as them.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
Thank you, G Wade.
That's what's
right
up.
here with the morning jam. With the morning jam, your sis and your friend Crystal Whitaker, with my very own blood sister, baby sister Grace Whitaker Melton. I told you not to make me cry, girl. And
You mean cry?
Thank you, G Wade. Excuse me, there was tears in my eyes. But yes, thank you, G Wade of WadeWorksStudios in Atlanta, Georgia. Listen, you guys, if y'all need a podcast, you need a book, what is the voice to, all of that, the book, audio. Listen, if you need to record a movie, any scenes, WadeWorksStudios, y'all go do it. Look, and check out the shows, the podcast. There's more than just the morning jams. www.thinkingoutloudnetwork.com. Again, this is your sis and your friend, Crystal Whitaker, and we are out of here. Listen here, how much do you know about your sibling? I kind of wonder with this one. Just a little bit. Bye, guys.
If you enjoyed this podcast, tune in each week on thinkingoutloudnetwork.com. Be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share with your friends and family. Until next time, peace.